Welcome to my house in Costa Rica. Yes, I invited you and you are here with me. I'm gonna give you a little mini walkthrough tour and show you all of the health hacks in my house. There will definitely be some surprises. By the end of the video, you might think I'm even crazier than you do right now, but watch till the end to make sure you get all of these health hacks because I hope that each and every one of them will improve your life. Come on, guys, let's go. All right, guys. Welcome to my kitchen. We will start here and I will show you some of my home health hacks. Start with my cutting boards. There are 0 plastic cutting boards in my house. That's a lie. There's 1 plastic cutting board that I use for videos for Instagram and YouTube to talk about why plastic cutting boards are horrible, but never have I ever put a piece of food onto that plastic cutting board and eaten that food. So I have a wood cutting board here, and what I will do with the wood cutting board is I will clean it with vinegar and I will season it with tallow. So I'll take some tallow and rub it on there to prevent too many liquids getting into the wood. And after I use it, I will clean it with vinegar. So the board stays pretty clean, free of mold, and there are no microplastics here. I generally like good knives. Got a cool Damascus steel knife here. And as you can see, got some tallow right here. I've got some great tallow coming from Lineage, so don't miss that. It's the best tallow I've ever used in my life. Tallow is rendered beef fat, in case you didn't know. And I have 0 plastic containers in my house. I store all of my food in glass. That one is kind of a no-brainer. The only plastic containers I have in my house are for compost. None of the food that I'm going to eat touches plastic. Whenever I show my glass containers, people always say it's a plastic top. Yes, it is. I've never found a glass container with a glass top. They might make metal containers with metal tops, but the idea here is that the food never touches the top. It just touches this. So in case you guys were wondering, good thinking, but I don't let the food touch that. If you followed any of my stuff in the past, you know that I love making orange juice. Obviously, I scale my carbohydrates to my activity level. You may not need to eat as much fruit or carbohydrates as me, but I have a really handy dandy stainless steel hand orange juicer here, which is probably the best $10 I've ever spent on Amazon in my life. Travel with it all the time. Moving over here, we see glass jars. I don't drink out of plastic cups, no surprise. I use the glass jars for honey. I use the glass jars for juice. Got a juicer here that I use. It's a stainless steel juicer. And I will put watermelon juice in here or mango juice or whatever kind of juice I'm making. I guess those are the 2 main juices. Sometimes I make melon juice from canary melons, like a yellow melon, and I'll put the juice in the glass, store it in the fridge. Got a stainless steel hand crank meat grinder. I make my own ground beef. So I will get cuts of steak from the butcher that are affordable, chuck roast or a chuck roll. I'll cut them up myself into small pieces and I can mix as much fat or as little fat as I want, make my own ground beef. This is entirely stainless steel. This thing weighs probably 15, 12 or 14 pounds. I can also grind organs into my meat if I want with the meat grinder. If you don't want to grind organs into your meat, that's why what we do at Lineage, we've got our meat sticks with organs in there, grass-fed, grass-finished, air-dried meat sticks, and our new animal-based complete protein powder. I'll show you my reverse osmosis filter. So this is a countertop reverse osmosis water pitcher. Most of what I drink is fruit juice, watermelon juice, mango juice, raw kefir. But if I'm gonna use water, I'll do reverse osmosis, and I use a microplastic-free sea salt to remineralize it. People get kind of bent out of shape about reverse osmosis. It's dead water. Yeah, it's just H2O because you removed almost everything from that water, which means you removed pesticides, you removed pharmaceuticals, you removed organic pollutants, you removed heavy metals, you removed bacteria and viruses and a ton of stuff that you don't want. So it's very, very pure water. And I'm gonna add back in some minerals with the sea salt, and I think that's totally, totally fine. Since we're getting totally domestic, I just have basic organic cotton dish towels because I hate paper towels. I hate wasting paper towels, and I'm not gonna use a polyester dish towel. I use baking soda to clean my dishes, and I use a natural fiber brush. So this is a bamboo handle, and the bristles, believe it or not, are made from boar's hair. Basically, I just think about microplastics and home contamination as much as possible, and I try to minimize that in my home. So I don't use mainstream dish soap. Baking soda is the best hack ever. It's super cheap. I use it to clean my produce. So you guys know I don't eat vegetables, but I do eat fruit. And you can use, I think it's a teaspoon of baking soda per liter of water for 15 minutes. If you soak your fruit, it neutralizes a significant amount. I think the study shows between 70 and 99% of the pesticides on the surface of fruit. So baking soda is the best way to detoxify, to clean your fruit. I always have baking soda. It's not creatine. I have baking soda next to my sink because that's how I wash my dishes, not with dish soap, and that's how I wash my fruit when I buy it. Even if it's organic, I'll throw it in there to clean it. All right, on to the fridge. As you can see in the fridge, I have some honey. You guys have seen my fridge tours. I won't belabor this. I think the most interesting hack in my fridge is this red plastic paper that makes this light red at night. People sometimes say, why are you in your fridge at night anyway? Why are you eating at night? Because it gets dark in Costa Rica at 5:45. And so sometimes I open the fridge after dark and I don't want this bright light assaulting my eyes. It's just unpleasant. Whether or not it actually affects melatonin at a significant level, who knows? But I don't want this going in my eyes. So I got some raw kefir, some raw butter. I got some meat here. I've got some oranges, got some raw cheese. That's heart. Got a little bit of liver here. Some pineapples in the fridge. These little pineapples in Costa Rica. You ever seen a pineapple like that? I should be storing them upside down, actually. Put it back the right way. And I've got some squash in here that I cooked in a pressure cooker that I'll mash up with some butter. Yes, squash is a fruit. I digest it just fine. It's not a vegetable. All right, so that's the kitchen. Now I'm going to show you my bathroom, and you might be surprised at what you see there. All right, this is my bathroom. You are in my master bathroom. You may be surprised at how little you see here. I wear contacts, so my contact stuff is here, and I use floss, and I use a silk floss because a lot of traditional flosses have PFAs, also known as forever chemicals, in the floss. I don't want a plastic floss, like a Glide floss. I use a silk natural floss. And yes, this is more of a pain in the ass because it breaks more often, but I'm willing to do that because I don't want to use a plastic floss. Similar to the dish brushes, I have a toothbrush that's minimizing plastic. It's just kind of my ethos. It's a bamboo handle and the bristles are made from boar's hair. So I've been thinking a lot about microplastics recently. A study just came out showing that in the carotid artery plaque, those people with the highest amounts of microplastics had a significantly increased, I think it was almost 4 times increased risk of cardiovascular disease. So are microplastics causing cardiovascular disease? Are they destabilizing plaque? We don't know. Animal studies suggest that every single dog testicle in a study of like over 45 dogs had microplastics in it. A recent study showed that all 28 male humans they studied, 100% of the people in the study had microplastics in human testicles. We know in animal studies that microplastics affect fertility, affect hormones, affect sperm quality, affect females as well in the ovaries. So I'm just trying to limit my exposure to plastic, guys. And let's see what else. I've got my towels here. I'm just trying to get organic cotton towels. I use organic sheets. Show you guys my shower. Again, I live in Costa Rica, so it's kind of an open air situation here. The windows are usually fully open like that. So you can see this is my shower. I don't have any soap. I don't have any shampoo. I just shower in water. And when I want to clean my skin, if I've gotten particularly dirty in the river or something, I will use baking soda and apple cider vinegar. So again, I'm just trying to minimize exposure to phthalates, xenoestrogens, whatever, this kind of stuff. So simple cleaning products. I'll use baking soda to clean. I'll use vinegar to clean. I use baking soda to wash my clothes. I use vinegar to wash my clothes primarily also. And I use it to just clean my body and my person. And oh, I forgot to tell you guys. So toothpaste, I don't even use toothpaste. I think toothpaste is kind of a scam. Most toothpaste is full of fluoride. That's a horrible idea. A lot of toothpaste contains microplastics or there are compounds in it. Yeah, you can get a fluoride-free toothpaste, but basically the point of toothpaste is just to disguise your breath. I don't even need a toothpaste. I can just use water. The whole point of brushing my teeth is just to disrupt the plaque, disrupt the actual biofilm on my teeth. and toothpaste doesn't help with that. Some people brush their teeth with calcium hydroxyapatite. Maybe that's beneficial to the teeth, but I think if your teeth are getting cavities, it's a strong indication that you're not getting enough fat-soluble vitamins from things like liver, heart, egg yolks, and meat. I haven't had a cavity in years and years and years, and I don't use toothpaste. So you don't need fluoride to avoid cavities. Just eat fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin K and vitamin E, vitamin A, liver and egg yolks and meat will get you there hands down. And that's all you need. I don't think toothpaste is worth it for humans. And the one thing I will say is that if you brush your teeth with baking soda, that can erode the enamel on your teeth. Not a dentist, I'm a medical doctor, but do not overly brush with baking soda because you can damage the outside of your teeth. All right, so I left my tinfoil hat just inside, but I probably should wear my tinfoil hat when I'm telling you guys about this. So this is my Wi-Fi router, and as you can see, it's just a mess. I probably should build a case here to hide it all, but there's actually no Wi-Fi in my house. This is really an Ethernet router. So all of these are Ethernet cords, and then I have a splitter here for extras. So what I've done is I've just taken Cat 6 cable and put on adapters so I can run my cell phone and my computer on Ethernet instead of using Wi-Fi in my house. Why? I'm still not convinced that RF EMF, so radio frequency EMF, which is a lot like what comes out of your microwave, is safe for humans. And one of the reasons I love living in Costa Rica is that there's no cell service at my house, and I can completely do this. I can completely shut down Wi-Fi at my house. So there's essentially very, very little to no radio frequency EMF in my house. And you can plug this one in your computer. That's a USB-C to use the internet, and you can plug this one into your iPhone. I still have an iPhone 13 because I'm a troglodyte, and that's a lightning connector. But you can, if you had an iPhone 15, you could use the same connector for your USB-C iPhone and your computer, and you would only need one. Maybe I'll upgrade at some point, but right now I have a lightning to Ethernet connector. A lot of people don't even know that exists. And if you guys are wondering, yes, this one is covered in black electrical tape because it lights up blue when you use it. And so at night in my house, as I've shown in the past on like my nighttime routine videos, I just use red lights. They're incandescent red lights or non-flickering LEDs. And I don't want this flickering blue light on this thing is kind of a pain when I'm using my phone at night. So just trying to create the most chill atmosphere at night in my house, and that's why that's that way. So let me show you guys this stuff over here. Here's my grill. So this is a stainless steel grill. I actually brought this thing to Costa Rica, and what is cool about it? The food cooking platform is completely stainless steel. So the food gets cooked only on stainless steel. And I'll let you guys take a look inside here. The flame is on top of the food, and there's a ceramic element that heats up. So there are no flames below the food. One of the things that people are concerned about with regular grills, when the flames are below the food, the fat from the food drips down onto the flames come up and they hit the food, and that creates more polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons or heterocyclic amines. So I think it's nice to have your flame above the food with a ceramic element like this because there's no drip, there's no flare of the flames onto your food. And I try not to burn my food. If I'm really worried about polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons or heterocyclic amines, I can add a little bit of rosemary to my meat. It's a spice, it's a plant, yes, I know, but a little bit doesn't seem to bother me. And that has been shown in studies to decrease the formation of polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons and heterocyclic amines. If you're very worried about the compounds that are produced when you grill meats, don't look at what's in your coffee because coffee also contains polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons and heterocyclic amines. I'll save that for a different video. All right, come on, let's go downstairs. I'll show you my gym. All right, guys, we're in the gym. I'll show you a couple of my favorite things in the gym right off the bat. That bar gets used more than anything else. So I hang, I do pull-ups, and I work on hip flexors. So I'll show you how I do this. So I like to hang throughout the day just to open the spine and the shoulders. Can do pull-ups. And my favorite way to train abs right now is that it's harder than it looks. So give it a try. Got my Nordic bench here, but I'll show you guys my ATG backwards treadmill. This thing is great for sessions between work sessions where I'm just sitting around and doing stuff or not moving. Shout out to Ben Patrick. I think it's interesting the way this works the ligaments in your knees differently. And yeah, backwards treadmill, ingenious. Throw in a Nordic for good measure. Obviously, I like to be outside too, get the sun in my eyes throughout the day, etc. But bare feet on the grass, it's one of the things I love about being here is it's easy to be outside. I got grass and jungle and all kinds of good stuff here. All right, guys, those are some health hacks in my house. Hope that's helpful for you.